everybody. Welcome to Lucky episode number 13 of the Just Sayin Podcast. And today with me, I have Mr. Godfather of YouTube, Mr. AT2. How you doing, Mr. AT2?
I'm doing great. Don't forget also the Prince of the B sector, even though I retired.
Okay, the Prince of the B sector also, ladies and gentlemen. Prince of the B sector. So you had a birthday yesterday. You had fun. I know you went live because I saw you go live at one point.
Yes. I had a lot of fun. So yesterday for my birthday, I actually didn't do anything because I was trying to get over a hangover. But I did go live with the people and everything like that, and had a good time just shooting. Just talking my ish and everything like that. And then but Saturday, the day before, it kind of went from 10 o'clock into 1 in the morning. So it kind of went into my birthday, and that's when I really celebrated. I went to this place called the Dragon Gate here in downtown, and it's like a karaoke bar, and so you can rent out karaoke rooms. So I rented out one of the rooms, had about 8 people with me. We just had a good time singing, and I love doing my Sunday karaoke side. So
Yes.
how I am. I love all the attention on me. So
Yes.
I had a good time. I really did.
That's good. Well, everybody here over on Xylie Gets Real, we wish you a happy birthday because we love seeing
Thank you.
We love us. We love ourselves some AT2. We really do. All right, so let me ask you, just a couple questions, for people who don't know who you are, which is kind of weird if people don't know who you are. But, okay, so what made you start your YouTube channel?
I've always wanted to find a way to get into the entertainment field, and what ended up happening was that I got laid off during the panorama, right?
Yep.
And so I was all like, what am I going to do to kind of like pass the time, or like, is there something that I've been wanting to work on that I haven't been able to? There's a lot of things that I could be working on, but I decided to work on my YouTube channel. So I started, really working on my YouTube channel and just putting out videos. And at the time, I would only have like about maybe 3 or 5 people in my chat, but I would treat it like I had hundreds of people in my chat, and just kind of built up upon there. But what I wanted to do was be able to entertain people, and that's really my main focus. I just love to make people laugh, even if you don't know what I'm talking about, or even if you might not agree. As long as we're having fun, that's basically what I want to bring to my channel.
Yeah, I have to admit, I have fun when I go into your live streams, and I will also say about 75% of the time, I don't know who the hell you're talking about, but you know what? I'm having fun. You up there talking your ish, doing your thing up there. I'm like, oh my God. So what part of YouTube do you cover, would you say? Is there a particular community that you cover, or is it spread out to everybody?
It's spread out because I would say that, I was talking about, I consider myself a commentary channel. So,
okay.
I commentate on what's going on in pop culture and on YouTube. It just happens that, more people like to follow what I have to say about, stuff going on YouTube rather than celebrities sometimes. So it just kind of happens that way. But, I would consider myself like all over the place. I wouldn't consider in one community. I'm really all over because, I cover a array of topics.
Yeah, because you'll cover what is it? Real Housewives also, and
yes.
Yeah, you cover everything, dude. I'm like, that's why half the time I don't know who you're talking about, but I'm having fun. I'm having fun. And explain to me, how did you get this character? Because when you did the judgment on me and other said person, who shall not be named, when you did that judgment, I was rolling. And I am so sad that I was live while you were doing that, because I would have been in there dying laughing. I'd have been cussing you out.
Well, how I came up with the character was actually inspired by another YouTuber.
What's the character's name again? What's the character's name again?
Judge Velvet.
Judge Velvet. That's it.
Yes. So there's another lady that does like a judge show, right? And I was all like, I can do her show better than her. And I was like, why don't I do kind of like a parody of her show? And so some people think like, oh, AT2 is dressing in drag, which there's nothing wrong with it, but that's not what it is. Like, I'm being a character, you know? I guess some people never watch SNL, Mad TV, but I'm a character. And so it's dramatized, you know? I wouldn't say she's exactly the way I portray her to be, but she's dramatized. And I just really get into the character, and I just start basically picking on different YouTubers, being all like, you know what? I'm gonna say that this person needs to go on the docket this week because they've been with the FS. You know, I don't want to say the actual word, but you know, the FS.
I died when you had mine up there. I died. I was like, okay. Oh, you were so funny. It was so hilarious. No, I think it's a great idea. I think it should be a weekly thing, honestly. And believe me, there's so much FS going around on YouTube. You could do that weekly. I'm just saying.
Right.
I'm just saying. So, all right. So, kind of like me, although I don't really report on them and you do, and we don't have to say anything names because this is going to be a broad question, okay? But how do you feel like? Do you feel like sometimes in like the smaller communities, it's more than one community this happens in,
right.
Okay? But in the smaller communities, when you have like different creators fighting each other, doesn't it seem to you that they get more personal than what, like, if you see two bigger YouTubers going at it?
That is so true. Like, it just gets so grimy to the point where, like, you know, they're pulling people's personal information, and I'm kind of like, whatever. When I'm beefing with someone, quote unquote, even though I don't even like to take it that far, but when I'm quote unquote beefing with somebody, I only use the stuff that I see on YouTube. I'm not going to talk about your mom, your dog. I don't care about that. I'm going to talk about what's ever on YouTube that I see.
Yeah, because you did a whole live show about it one night, and I was with it. I was like, yes, you know, like, I was joking. I was on a panel with Dark Magician and them, and I made a joke. I'm like, listen, I'm waiting for AT2 to hit 10K so I can start some beef with him, but I can't do it yet because he's not at 10K yet. So people, we need to get him to 10K so we can have some good old AT2 and Xylie beef.
Right. You know what? It's funny because I appreciate your rule. You're all like 10,000 or more, you know? And I think that says a lot because it's all like, why am I going to punch down? I should be punching up.
Well, you know, and that's also the point too. I don't want to fight with smaller YouTubers for two reasons. Okay. One, I kind of feel like, because I'm small, I kind of feel like if I'm fighting with someone around my size, it's like I'm fighting with a coworker. It's like I'm fighting with the person I see in the office every day. Why do I want to fight with them when I can fight with a boss man about getting a raise or something?
Right.
You know, I don't know. I feel like I'm fighting a coworker. Whether I like them or not, it's still like somebody I have to see every day. Whereas, y'all, I'm not really trying to fight with anybody, but I'm just saying I don't want to fight with a smaller YouTuber either, because I mean, it's like I'm fighting with a coworker. Another reason why is because of the personal. They get personal, and it gets too personal when they're small like that. I'm just no.
Right. You know, for me, I just always say, thank God I came on YouTube being myself and I didn't create like a caricature. You know, I came on being myself because I just can't imagine if I was trying to hide myself and hide my identity. These people would just be digging and digging and digging. Like, I've told you everything you need to know about me. My negative credit score, me being unemployed. You know, I told you everything. So what else do you have to dig for?
That's true. I mean, you know, I couldn't imagine. I mean, listen, some people do it really well. You got bigger YouTubers that people still don't know what they look like, and that's cool. Hey, you got the entertainment value, you got the subject, you're doing good. There's nothing wrong with it. But you know, the thing is, you still gotta be true to yourself. You know, and
right.
and I can tell you now, like, the person y'all see in live streams. Now, I'm not saying I walk around angry all the damn time. It just so happened the a lot of subjects I've been covering, I get angry about, especially when it's about kids and stuff like that. I get angry over stuff like that. But, you know, even when I'm having a good time, which we need to have, actually, we're getting ready to have one of those live streams because on my birthday, I'm going to go live, which is in 3 days. And we're going to have a fun live stream. I swear I'm not going to, if I cuss at anybody, it's going to be at my chat because they're always trolling me. But
yes, and I will be there as well, too.
Yes. But, you know, but that's me. That's how I am. You know, I say the same shit that y'all hear me say on my channel as I do in real life. You know, somebody had made a comment somewhere, I can't remember, it wasn't even on one of my videos, it was on somebody else who mentioned me or something, and they said that my me saying just saying is my shtick, and I'm like, no, I say that shit in real life, people. You don't understand. I read that to my husband and he started laughing. He goes, you say it all the time. I'm like, I know, right? But yeah, dude.
It's funny because, like, the character AT2, it's actually really me. AT2 is just an acronym for my name, Andre Turner II.
Right.
So when I am AT2, I'm actually being myself. I'm not being nobody else.
Right.
And I think that's what makes it my channel so much more relatable, that I'm being myself and I'm not. But of course, you know, I'm not just always, you know, just talking ish all the time, but you know, like I am me, you know. I'm not portraying to be AT2. I am AT2.
Right Absolutely. I'm the same way. I'm Xylie Star. Xylie Gets Real. Now granted, Xylie Star is not my real name, but it's really me. Like, that is my personality on those live streams. That is who I am. If I was sitting at home talking to somebody about one of the cases of child, you know, messing up and messing with children, I would act the exact same way talking to the person next to me as I do on that live stream, cussing, having a fit about it, pulling out, well, wait a minute, what about this, and looking it up, you see this, and stuff like that. That's me. That's how I am. You know, I can't, I have a hard time. I can't be fake. I can't do it. I can't start mess on purpose. I just can't do that. It's just not who I am, you know? I mean, yeah, I talk a lot of ish, but it's not for the purpose of me, how do I put it? It's not on the purpose of I want to fight everybody, and I don't want my views coming from me fighting everybody. I don't want everybody just to come in and go, ooh, what's she saying about this person now? Blah, blah, blah. That's not why I do it.
And here's the thing, we're not beefing with nobody. We're giving our commentary.
Right.
We're giving our commentary and then we're done. If someone gets mad off of our commentary, that's different. But we're not searching to beef. I wanted to clarify that.
Oh,
you know
absolutely.
what I mean?
Absolutely. I'm not out here really trying to have a beef with anybody. If I see something wrong with a video and I say, hold up, that's not, no, we're not going to do this today. That's just on the video. You know what I mean? Yeah, there's a couple creators that I have an issue with, Repzilla, that, yeah, I'll say his name. I said his name. That I have issues with, like that last video that he did, and me and several creators, we have issues with it because we know the behind the scenes of what's going on, and it's like, wait a minute, no, you cleared that up in that way, but you didn't talk about how you lied about it the first time you talked about it, you know, and stuff like that. You know, that's different. That's not a beef. That's just me commentating and going, I'm not dumb. I saw what you did, you know?
Right. And people are free to do commentary on us, you
Absolutely.
know? Like, it still kind of shocks me a little bit when I see, like, my name in the title and kind of like, you know, like, oh, they're talking about me, because I still don't feel like I'm like the top dog, so it's weird when I see my name in the title. But you have to roll with the punches, and you have to get used to that, people talking about you. It is what it is. And if it's funny or something that's critiquing me, like, I take it, you know, on the chin. Like, I don't get mad off of it. There's some people who are like, I can't believe you said this, and it's like, yo, calm down, because I'm never disrespectful unless you're disrespectful to me, you know?
Oh, absolutely. And you know what? And that's one of the things too. If you can get up either in front of a camera or behind a bubble, Okay, because not everybody goes on camera. AT2 actually has a whole ass song about people who don't go in front of the camera. And
Right.
and if you but if you get on YouTube or any tell you the truth, any social media, but you know, we're on YouTube. So if you get on YouTube and you can talk about other people, you have to be ready for people to talk about you, no matter your size, because not everyone has the same rule I have. You know what I'm saying? There's people out there with 100,000 subs, and if they see a 2K person messing up and acting a fool, they're gonna call that 2K person out quick.
Mm-hmm.
They don't care, you know?
You mess with the right person on the wrong day, they gonna get you.
Yeah, absolutely. So, I mean, you know, if you're on YouTube and you're talking about people, which there's nothing wrong with that. I enjoy those streams. I sit there and I watch it like it's a soap opera. I have no problem watching them. But just know that it can come back on you. Because people are going to talk about you, too. And that's the one thing I think some people forget. Honestly. They expect to be able to come up here, talk their ish, etc., but they don't expect it back. I'm like, oh, that's not how that works. That's not how that works. You know?
Right. And my thing is, like, they have to be expecting it. You know, it can't be so surprised by it. You have to expect it.
Yeah, exactly. Listen, I remember the first time, I think it was Augie had said that I was a crazy B word. and he called me like the 70-year-old bus driver. And you know what I did? I leaned into the meme. I didn't take it personal. You know, he said and like that one time, which, you know, again, everybody knows that we straightened it out. But like the one time, I went into Tipster's Live and he let me go. I made it my ringtone, what he said to me before he hid me from his chat. I made it my tone that when somebody donated, that's what you heard. And what he said was right before he hid me in the channel. I leaned into it. I lean into the memes, you know. Somebody called me bitter and old. Well, guess what? Now my name is OBBB. Old bitter busted bitch. Boom. That's my nickname now. You lean into the meme. Don't take it personal. It's YouTube. Don't take it personal. Don't take it personal, and then don't take it to a personal place either. You know, he can talk about me all he wants. Anybody can talk about me all they want. I don't care. As long as it doesn't get personal. Just don't take it to a personal place. It's YouTube. I don't care where somebody lives. I don't care what they do for a job. I don't care about, like you said, their mama, their daddy, their kids. I don't care about any of that. It's what they're doing on YouTube that we're discussing. You know?
Right. I'm so like that too. Like I don't care what's going on in your personal life. I'm just talking about what I see on YouTube, and that's where I'm leaving it, because when I turn off the computer, I'm done with the situation, you know?
Yep. Amen to that. Amen to that.
I don't need to relive anything. Once I'm done, I'm done.
Yeah, I mean that's the best way to be too, because if you're if that beef is getting to you to the point where it bothers you when you're offline, then something's wrong. Something's wrong, and it's not a good thing. Yeah, and I've had situations like that where it bothered me offline. Not anymore. I've learned to toughen up a little bit.
Right. And there's certain situations where it should bother you, especially if somebody's putting criminal activity against you. Yes, that should bother you.
Yeah, I remember that AT2. I remember that. I know. That now that I can understand where it was bothering. That's all I'm going to say on that one. I can understand where that was bothering. Because I remember when I first heard about it, I was like, what? What? Excuse me, what? That's too low. We don't go that low. No. So, yeah, dude. So how would you say your experience has been on YouTube? Because you've been in some kind of drama, a little bit, just a little bit of drama.
Just a little bit.
But overall, how would you say, like, with all the drama that you have been in, et cetera, and I'm not talking about the deep drama, I'm talking about the stupid drama. But with all the drama that you've been in and this, that, and the other, how would you say that has shaped you with being on YouTube?
Oh, it made me tougher. I think there was a time period where it would really I would take it to heart, and like I'll be like, why do these people hate me so much? I can't believe they hate me. And it's all like, they don't actually hate you. It's just you. It's just entertainment. And so, once I learned that you can be as filthy and as nasty as possible on YouTube, and people just say, "Oh, it's entertainment." That's all you need. You know what I mean?
Yeah, you got to
Like,
get in that.
it has helped me.
Yep, you just got to get in that mindset. It's entertainment. So how would you say that your YouTube experience has been so far since you started and everything?
So far, overall, I would say positive. Now I will say, sometimes you get kicked in the balls sometimes,
Yeah.
or a lot of times, and it does kind of phase you. But for the most part, it has been overwhelming because there's so many people that love me, and really support me, and they really want to see me do well. I can't take those little few negative experiences and say like that's my overall experience.
Well, I do love your audience. Your audience, there's some good people in your audience. I really like them, and
thank you.
They're very supportive of you too. I the one thing I do like going into your live streams, because even though I don't know most of them, I'll know about half of them, but I don't know most of them. But they're always like, hey, how you doing? And just cracking jokes with you. And, I like your audience. Your audience is really cool. I do like that.
Right. And they like to laugh, like we're all jokesters and everything like that. And so they really come in like wanting to laugh and just like cracking up, and like we make jokes at each other. And it's really like a family environment. I know everyone says that, but it really does feel like a family environment on my chat,
It really is. It's like going to a family function and you got like the aunts, the uncles, and the cousins, and everybody's just cracking jokes. Like your audience crack jokes like I've never seen before. They are constantly cracking jokes and like saying little inside jokes to you where you'll start cracking up and then they start cracking up, and it's like, and I'm sitting here, I don't know who y'all talking about, but it's funny as hell to me, so I'm cracking up. I love it. I love your audience.
They be on it too, like with the jokes. Like they think of some stuff that I've never even thought to even say, and like I'll be like, oh, I'm gonna use that next time.
I'm gonna tell you what, I never want to get into it with you because I don't want to know what your audience, I don't even worry about you. I don't care about you. It's your audience, what your audience would say about me, because I would sit there and go, oh my God, like I would have to like question everything that I'm doing, because some of the stuff I see them saying, I'm like, ooh, okay.
Right. There's only one time I actually felt bad, when someone had came on my channel, right? And the person is a smoker, right? And like they were just all like, oh my God, how old is this woman? Like, what's wrong with her voice? And like they were just going in on her voice, and she was being as nice as possible, and they were just terrorizing her. Like, damn.
Okay, all right. Well, this is a message to AT2 audience, okay? Excuse y'all, I am a smoker, and if y'all joke my voice, I'm gonna go in there, like, I don't know, like what? I don't know. I'm gonna go in there fighting. Just saying.
You don't have a smoker's voice, though. The person had a smoker's voice.
Oh,
that's what it was.
Bless their heart. Bless their heart. See, that's what I'm saying about your audience. I don't want them on me. So I know you were working on a few projects. So what do you got going on? Like what are you going to be doing for the future of your channel? Like what do you want your channel to evolve to, basically?
Yes. The way I want to really work my channel is have it be as far as like your favorite TV show, or your favorite TV station, I should say,
Mm-hmm.
like an NBC or a CBS, where we have different shows like each and every week. I'm going to get better with scheduling, as far as like this is what show we're doing this day, this is what show we're doing the next day. So you always know when to tune in and not have the lives be so sporadic. I also want to start doing more skits, not just the Judge Velvet, but there's so much more that I have in my head, I want to start doing that. This podcast has inspired me to get back to doing my podcast.
Yeah.
The whole TTRD, the Talk the Real Deal, that actually started from my podcast, and then I moved it over to YouTube. And so, because YouTube is paying me, I kind of stuck with that more than the audio podcast. So, I want to get back into that too.
Well, you should do that. You should do like at least a weekly podcast, ask somebody to come on, or even if you know somebody, get somebody to be with you as like a co-host, and y'all get somebody on or something. That would actually, I would listen to that. I can listen, like a podcast like these, like, I watch like Half Baked podcasts, and I know like, or Some Ordinary Gamers, he has a podcast now. I listen to them while I'm like cleaning and stuff like that, because I don't have to watch it. I'm just listening to it. People will tune in.
Right,
People like that kind of
right.
stuff. So maybe you should do that and just bring it over to YouTube.
Yeah, I do kind of want to do like because I've always thought about doing like separate channels and stuff like that, but I can barely keep up with one. But the reason why I said I wanted to kind of like be like a TV station is because I also want to get into like the news, like what's going on in the world and stuff like that, and keep people just up to date and stuff, because not everybody watches the news. A lot of people say it's depressing and stuff like that. But if I can just do like a little quick update and let people know what's going on and just use my platform for something good, I would definitely love to do that.
Yeah, that's a good idea. I mean, I'm gonna be honest, I don't watch the news. I can tell you that now. Everything I watch, I watch the news on YouTube, but I don't like sit down at the TV and watch the news. You know what I mean?
Right.
So, I mean, I have Twitter, and then I have, like, okay, I know this senator is going to be talking at this time, so let me go watch that and stuff like that, But, yeah, I don't sit down and watch the news anymore. I don't even have TV.
Mm-hmm.
I have, like, Netflix and Hulu. I don't have, like, regular TV. But that's a good idea, though.
Right.
I like that. That's a good idea.
Yeah, my podcast was actually more... it was more serious. It's not so jokey like you see me on YouTube. It was more serious. And then when I realized that people didn't want the real topics, they wanted more of the fun on YouTube, that's when I kind of strayed away from that. But I want to get back into that because, now that I'm 33 years old, I feel like, I do need that kind of like adult conversation as well, too.
You are sitting here acting like 33 years old, and I'm sitting here getting ready to turn 46. You youngin'. I am old enough to be your teen mom. Oh my God. You act like 33 is old. What in the world? You are not old, sir. At all.
I know. I'm just saying, I feel like I should be more mature.
He goes, I should have more adult conversations instead of putting on a wig and a judge's outfit.
Yeah.
That's what I should
saying
be doing.
We ain't with the FS.
That's good. I mean, you could start another channel and just put your podcast up there.
Hey, that would work too.
And that way, because if it's a more serious podcast, that way it's separate than what you're doing. Because like with me, I put my podcast on my channel because these all the creators that I've talked to so far, they're people that I actually talk to. I haven't really talked to anybody yet that I don't talk to somewhat on a regular basis, whether it's through their chat or through Twitter or whatever. But yeah, you could start another, what you could do is you could start another channel and just put your podcast on that.
Exactly. You're right about that. Definitely right about that.
I think it's a good idea. I think you would, I would listen to it. I can tell you that. I would listen to it. You got my sub. I'll sub to it.
Thank you. As long as I got one sub, that's all that matters.
You got one sub. You'll have one person listen to it, damn it. But I love
one person listening to it.
But I love listening to podcasts. I watch My Favorite Murderer. I don't listen to them on the podcast channels. I actually wait until they upload it on YouTube and I listen to them. I love those.
Right.
I love podcasts. And actually people love podcasts. Podcasts are like the new thing now. So,
You know, I always said like podcasts are kind of like the new thing, and then like when these celebrities started getting podcasts, and it's like, oh Lord, here we go, more competition. You know?
Well, that's what happened on YouTube. When YouTube really started popping, then you started seeing Will Smith up in here. And you started, it's like,
Yeah.
come on, guys, can we have something without y'all coming up
Right. Like save the money for the broke people. Like get your ass out of here.
here? Oh man. Um. So, any stories you working on right now? I don't know how you do your. How do you? Yeah, that's a good question. How do you come up with the subjects? Like, does it just happen and then you go live about it, or do you do like research, or do you? Because you do things a little differently than I do on my channel. Like I show videos and stuff like that. You sit there and you talk about it and have people come up, and sometimes you'll have interviews and stuff like that. Like, do you? Like, does it just come to you and then you go live about it, or how do you do that?
It does kind of just come to me. The way it works for me is that, you know, I have to feel inspired and I have to feel that it's something that I'm passionate about. Like I can easily find a topic and get a whole bunch of views talking about, you know, something that's really interesting and stuff like that. You know, I follow the algorithm and stuff like that, but it has to be something that I want to talk about, you
Yeah.
know?
Yeah. All right.
That's the way I kind of figure it out. Is like something I want to talk about. Are other people, you know, are people asking me about this? Like they want my opinion. That's another thing too. A lot of people will DM me and be all like, you know, I want to know your opinion on this. And then sometimes I'll just tell them. And then if it's enough people, I'll be like, okay, I need to address this because people want to know my opinion.
Right. Yeah. Yeah, I get those DMs too, and then half the time I'm like, yeah, I really don't care about it.
Right.
I said this is my opinion, but I really don't care about that. Like it's not something that I want to go, and that's what I've been. Well, I don't know. Lately, like news on my side of things have been really slow, so I'm about to change things up come first of the year. If there's no news going on worth talking about, then we're just going to start reacting to videos and something. Because there really hasn't been anything popping off. It's crazy dry on my side of YouTube. It really is.
But you know what, Xylie? I think people just want to hear from you. You
Hmm.
know, I think you're entertaining enough where people just want to hear from you.
Yeah, yeah. Well, hopefully so. Hopefully they want to. Hopefully they're here for me. Damn it. Hopefully. But all right. Well, I mean, I think that's about it. I don't think I have anything else to ask you. Anything else you want to say?
You know what? There is a couple of things.
Okay.
What I wanted to say was that I appreciate you just for like being so supportive to me, and you know, because I knew Xylie before she made it big. I just want to let y'all know that.
Xylie ain't big, y'all. Xylie ain't big. But no, you did. You actually you peeped me while I was like I was well under 1,000 before me and you started talking. Yeah.
And I think it's important that people know that message. Like, hey, like, stop this whole, oh, I need to talk to somebody with more subscribers than me. Yes, technically you do because it helps you get subscribers and stuff like that. But yo, work with the people that you like.
Yeah.
There's so much of this clout chasing going on YouTube. It's sickening. Work with the people that you like. Stop trying to work with people that got more subscribers and just following a trend. Even if people don't believe it, they follow people that they don't believe. Isn't that crazy?
Yeah, no, that's just how I am. I don't care how many subscribers you got. If you're cool with me, I'm cool with you. You've always been very cool with me. You've always been supportive of me. You will sit there and go, why don't you have any more subscribers than you have? I'm like, well, it ain't working out yet, but it's going, you know. But no, you've always been supportive of me. You know, when I was I mean, I'm kind of halfway to you now, but I was like well under 1,000 when you started talking to me because it came into a live stream about something. I can't remember what it. Oh, I remember what it was. That one particular live stream, and it was before that series is when you popped in because you popped in during that live stream and some shit went off. But you know, it passes the past. That ain't even up anymore. But yeah, no, you've always been supportive of me too, dude, and I appreciate it. You know,
Right, of course. And I just want people to know, like, yo, find content creators that you actually like. Stop trying to chase the ones with a bigger platform. Find the ones that you actually like.
Yeah, because eventually, I mean, the way I look at it is I don't go for that, I guess what they call clout chase thing or whatever. I just talk to who I like, you know. I don't care how many subscribers they have. I mean, they could have 300, but if I enjoy them, I'm going to watch them. You know, it's all about personality for me. You know, besides the stuff that I have to watch because I'm going to report on it. But besides that stuff, you know, I don't know. I like the people that I like. I don't care how many subscribers they have. You know?
Right. Exactly.
I think that's the most important thing. For me to actually sit and I'm not sitting there. Okay, let's put it this way. It's really something when I can sit in somebody's live stream and talk in their live stream, and I'm not there because I'm trying to report on something. I'm there because I genuinely like that person. Like, I didn't start watching you to report on you. I started watching you because I genuinely liked your personality, you know?
Right.
So when I go to an AT2 live, I'm there to have fun and unwind, and then maybe after I have to go to a live stream of someone I particularly don't care for, or I have to go and watch a video because I don't like the video and I'm going to talk about it. But when I'm in an AT2 live, I'm in there because I thoroughly enjoy it.
Right. And that's how I feel about yours too, because, you know, there are those content creators, cough, cough, that do go to people's lives just so they can do a story about it. It's like, wait, I thought you were my friend.
Yeah. There are no friends in YouTube, AT2.
There are none.
There are no friends.
Right. Like, I'm not in Xylie's stream to see if, you know, she falls out her gaming chair and then I'm going to report on it. Like, I'm going to ask her, hey, are you okay? You fell out your chair, you know?
Exactly. Exactly. Oh, man. YouTube's a crazy place, dude. You see
it is.
so
it makes no
many...
sense to regular people.
It really doesn't. Like, I will explain some things that's happening in a certain community to my husband, and my husband looks at me going, have they all lost their mind? And I just have to look at him and go, yes, they have. They really have. Yes. You know, it makes no sense. It's almost like a mirror of real life, but it just like with a microscope, and you see every little thing. Whereas in real life, you don't see what that person does after they leave work or whatever. Yeah, y'all might talk a little bit at the water cooler about your coworker, this, that, and the other, but you don't see how they are past work, you know? But here in YouTube, it's like, oh, that's how you are. It's
right.
And it's really weird because YouTube, it can either bring the really good out in people or it can bring the really bad out in people, you know?
That's so true.
Oh my God. And it's almost amazing where I've seen some creators that they come off like they're nicey nice and, you know, and people love them. And then you find out how they really are and nobody else sees it. And you're like, oh. And you got to keep your mouth shut about it. You don't tell what happened. You don't just keep your mouth shut about it. You just keep it in the back of your mind for your own self-preservation. You know what I mean?
Right.
You know, it's a crazy place. YouTube is a crazy place. I didn't realize when I first started, I didn't realize it was like that. I wish
somebody would have told me.
Yeah. Yeah, me too. Me too, dude. Me too.
Why didn't it come with a warning?
Yeah, why didn't it come with a warning label? Why didn't it come with an instruction book? I mean, somebody needs to write an instruction book. And don't give me the positive about YouTube. No, somebody needs to write an instruction book on how dirty and nasty YouTube can be behind the scenes. And not YouTube, the company, but I'm talking about the people with channels. Somebody needs to come up with an instruction book like that. God bless it.
Hey, we should do a show about that. We should do the guide to YouTube, how to navigate through YouTube.
Look, the first whole chapter is just me saying, don't trust anyone. Don't trust anyone. That's all you need to know. I don't have to write any words in there. It can just be 10 pages of just saying, don't trust anyone. Don't trust anyone.
Right.
Oh, man, it's crazy. All right. Well, all right, guys. That was Mr. AT2. And that's about it. And we are going to get out of here. Mr. AT2, say goodbye to everybody.
Yes, thank you everybody for tuning in to the show today. I appreciate every single one of you. Check out my channel on YouTube. It's AT2. That's it. That's all you need to type in, and I'm the first one that pops up, so you'll see me.
Yes. Yes, about his channel name. It is AT2. That is his channel. There's another one that uses those letters and number, but that is not him. He is AT2. All right.
Yes.
And this was Just Saying number 13. And we will see you in the next live stream. Bye.